Exercise sucks. Wrong. You suck, gamer. Get out of here. Like and subscribe before you leave. Just kidding. So anxiety, stress is killing your gaming, is it? Stress and the feeling of failure can really pull you down. These are emotions that can be decreased by running. Improving your mood is gonna get you enjoying video games again. Your body aches will decrease in exchange for a sore body. But a recovering body, one getting stronger, is better than a deteriorating body, like the one you get from sitting all day gaming. Enjoy gaming again with running. Running, gaming. Feeling good from running is gonna make you enjoy gaming again. I just came from a run, so I look messy. Running can seem daunting. You have to gradually strengthen your body to get an effective run in. The very bottom, you may just go for a walk, and then with just a walk, the next day you'll find yourself feeling sore all over, including your core, your legs, your glutes, everywhere. And then the next step after that is maybe a light jog. And then the next step after that is a faster jog, and it just increases. I right now do a very slow jog. I would say I run only like 50% faster than like a normal walk. And it takes me about an hour to do about 5 miles. I can't say how long it will take for you to gradually increase in these levels of pace, but be sure to take it slow until you find out where your level is at, and stay there until you feel ready to go faster, go longer. You have to run somewhere where you won't be interrupted. Ideally, you want to run around a large perimeter that doesn't involve you having to cross a sidewalk where you would have to stop your pace. People like to run around parks, maybe run around the block, because that doesn't require you to cross the street, it just requires you to turn. By avoiding these interruptions, mentally, you'll be less exhausted because you won't have to worry about your pace or your workout being interrupted at all. If you don't know where to run, you should wake up early and walk around and keep an eye out for another runner. See where they're running, and then maybe they'll lead you to a bigger crowd of runners, and then you'll get an idea for where to run. You'll want to run early for a number of reasons. One, to get it out of the way. You shouldn't exercise before bed because that ruins your sleep. Exercise gives you more energy, so you'll want that as early as you can get it for the rest of the day. But it doesn't start giving you energy until you do that first step I told you about. You have to strengthen your body first, gradually increase your pace, how far you can go. And then once you've built up a bit of stamina, you'll have stamina to spare after that run because you're strong enough. And then that's where the surplus of energy comes. When you first start out, you'll feel very exhausted. And I don't know how long that exhaustion will last. It really depends on your body. That's the first reason. The second reason you want to run early is because you want to avoid the intense sun. It get really hot to run in the afternoon and so on. Earlier it's cooler, so you don't have to worry about temperature impeding your run. It doesn't improve your strength at all to run in blazing heat. Sure, you'll get an intense sweat, but you'll probably just end up with a bad headache, and then that'll really discourage you from running. So run early, just as the sun rises. Definitely before noon. For me, any time before 10 o'clock, but even 9 o'clock can be a decent run, but ideally 8 and below is cooler. Hydrate an hour before your run, and hydrate immediately after as well. Before a run, I drink some water with a black tea with dairy-free milk. You'll want to drink about a bottle's worth of water an hour before the run. I find the caffeine helps me focus during that run. And it also helps with fatigue. It gives me energy, I guess. Or at least the focus. It makes me feel like I'm energized. Black tea is great. Drinking it with some calcium, like dairy-free milk, is important because it has oxalates, which I hear gives kidney stones, and the calcium absorbs that. Of course, only if you drink oxalates in excess, which a cup of black tea I doubt is excess, but the calcium is just there just in case. Plus, it helps cool down the black tea when I pour it so that I could drink it quicker. It's your choice to eat before or after the run. For me personally, I eat afterward because I want to avoid feeling slowed down during my run, and I build up the appetite during my run. When you're running, you have to breathe through both your nose and your mouth and have a relaxed jaw. Breathing through both of them together at the same time, which requires some practice, helps get oxygen quicker into your body and get it out of your body, which is needed when you're feeling a burn in your muscles. They feel a burn because you don't have enough oxygen in them. Avoid hyperventilating. Just breathe in at a good rate and breathe out at that same rate. Comfort is very important. Relax your body when you're running. Don't tense up your shoulders, relax them. Keep your core engaged, tighten that, and be sure to land on the heel of your feet when you're running. And remember to go at a pace that you can maintain. Don't go too fast to the point where you're gonna have to stop and take a break to keep going. No, it's better to just go at a constant rate that you can actually maintain, feel comfortable in without overexerting yourself, but it still be challenging enough so you can ensure that you're not causing any injury, whether that be through a headache or your actual muscles. A constant pace will ensure that you get stronger and can run for longer. You can run for longer because both mental wise and body wise, you'll get less fatigued. Having to stop mid-run to catch your breath is really gonna discourage you. And remember why you're doing this. For gaming. Music helps to listen to as well. Maybe a podcast or an audiobook. Also, when I'm like doing a walk warm down, you could do something productive. Like you could learn a different language with an app. I use something called Duolingo and I learned Spanish on that thing. And the time flies when you're walking and just studying a different language on that thing. Or maybe catch up with the news. Of course, you can only do this if you're like in an area that's safe enough to walk around without having to pay completely attention where you're going. Like if it's a straight line or just a straight perimeter, as long as it's safe. Be sure to sprint a bit at the end of your run or jog. Sprinting helps ensure the endorphins are going to be released so that you feel good throughout the day. You'll be surprised. You may only be able to sprint once you've strengthened your body a bit and you've gotten to like the jogging level where you can maintain a consistent pace. But sprinting at the end of that jog or run for like a quarter lap or however much you feel comfortable doing, be sure to always push yourself. It isn't the hardest thing actually. The only thing you have to do to fear is fear itself and injury. That's why you got to make sure your body's ready for it. Really, you have to learn how much to push yourself. But for me, when I sprint at the end, it's scary and I think to myself, this is scary, but I still do it because I can without injury. And I sprint for like a quarter, sometimes more. And it's not that hard because like my legs, they're so warmed up from the previous jog. They have so much oxygen flowing through them that like they just kind of glide as I'm sprinting. Difficult to explain. They feel almost heavy, but like light at the same time. They feel heavy, but oxygenated. And then after the sprint, gradually decrease your speed. Go back to the jog and then slow down. And then don't just stop abruptly and then keep slowing down until you go for a fast walk and then slow walk and then just walk home. Now, after that run, consider your recovery. Maybe do some yoga since your body is all warmed up. To do some stretches. Look for some yoga that's specifically for stretches. I'm not sure what stretches accomplish, but it does feel good. And if it feels good, it can't be wrong. Well, that's wrong. I actually do know something that accomplishes flexibility. It kind of ensures flexibility. And you'll start to notice how flexibility comes in handy throughout your life, especially runs. Your body will do more things and be more capable of movements. And then if you chose to eat afterward, eat a lot of carbs to help regain all that you lost. And of course, hydrate. Hydrate immediately after the run. And then maybe later in the night, give your legs a nice massage to prevent some of the soreness you're going to feel the next day. If it was your like first run, you're going to feel sore everywhere. Your core, your glutes, your feet, your neck. Especially your neck. If you were too tense, it's a sign you should relax. Now after this run, if it's your first time, you may feel sick. You may feel super exhausted. Your immune system is always weaker after exerting itself, after you exert your body. This exhaustion or sick feeling will decrease over time. You may have to improve your technique a little bit. Maybe you didn't tense up your core enough. Maybe you didn't relax your shoulders enough. Maybe you went too fast up a pace. You pushed yourself too far. You'll learn how fast you should go to avoid this sickness, but like still get stronger. Never push yourself to the point where you feel this sick. Though for the first time, it may be unavoidable because you're really learning. But if you follow everything in this video, there's a good chance you'll be able to avoid this sickness, at least to a great degree. It'll definitely be stronger the next time. But if it's your first time, you should rest for, I wouldn't be surprised, a week or two if it's that severe. But the recovery period will decrease. It also helps to do some active recovery by doing like maybe if you jogged, walk the next day. Then you'll be ready to run the next time you feel stressed out. And also the benefits of running that relax you they sometimes last like multiple days, sometimes just one day. Sometimes the effect of running isn't too noticeable the first time around. The benefits vary greatly, but it might improve your sleep. It might improve your appetite. You'll get a stronger core so that when you sit down, you can sit up to play those video games. So it's definitely worth trying until you can get the gist of the benefits. Alright, we're at the end of the video. Like and subscribe if this information was useful to you. Like and subscribe and comment if you're a gamer. Like and subscribe, comment, and like and subscribe and comment on the other videos that help your gaming passion come back if they were helpful to you. Let me know if this video sucked. If you agreed with my statement in the beginning that you suck, even though I was JKing. Thanks for watching, I appreciate this. Gamers unite. Gamers run. Gaming running. Or any other exercise that's your cup of tea.